Alright, so today we're going to be going over the difference between a high bar and a low bar squat. Demonstrate it here. So with the high bar squat, hand placement is going to be key. You really want to keep it closer, about shoulder width apart. Of course, it's going to depend on what you feel comfortable with. Some people are closer here, some people are closer here. So you're going to go really on the ring, which is going to be the inner knurling of the bar. And when you go underneath the bar to load, you're going to make sure the bar is sitting above your traps. Come out. And then you're going to want to line up your feet about shoulder width apart. So really you want to think about hands and your feet placement are pretty much going to be one line. And so when you go down, you go here, and then back up. Down, and then back up. And as Nick mentioned in the video, you don't want to think about going up, 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 just because depending on the individual, they might have a different definition, but it's really, so when you go down, you want to drive through. Down, and drive through. So that was the high bar squat. As I said, it's really going to be close proximity with your hands, about shoulder width, same thing with your feet in one line. And you want to sit on your upper traps, I believe it was about the C7 of your spine. And then now we're going to go over the low bar squat. So this one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to go, instead of inside the ring, we're going to go on the outside. Again, it's going to be depending on who the person is, the individual, what they feel comfortable with on how wide to go. But you want to just go a little bit wider. And when you load the bar, you want to go below the traps. So you really want to think about on your shoulders. Come up. And same thing as your hand placement. Your feet placement is also going to be wider. It's going to be a little bit tough to see here, but definitely a wider stance. The wider stance is just because you want to have a stronger foundation. With the low bar squat, of course you can't see here, but with the weight on the bar, it's going to be forcing you to go back. So with a wider stance, you're going to have more of a stronger foundation. And then here, same thing, down, and back up, down, and back up. And as I mentioned in that other demonstration of the high bar squat, you don't want to think about up, 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 especially for this one. Just because when you're down here, as you can see, my upper body, my face is going this way. So when you're thinking about up, you naturally want to come there, which is forcing the weight to go back. And of course, with the loaded bar, you're going to risk chance of the weight going back and taking you back. So you really want to think driving through. Building up a sweat here, and I don't even have any weight. For myself, I believe a high bar squat is going to be better off, just because I'm looking not to push max weight. I'm not looking to put a lot of weight on the bar for squatting. I'm just looking for overall strength gains throughout the whole body, whether if it's lower or upper half. Really, I do deal with a little bit of lower back issues, so definitely a low bar squat is not going to be a great thing for me. It's going to put a lot of strain on the lower back. Of course, a high bar squat does put a little bit more stress on the knees. I do deal with a little bit of knee issues, but a high bar squat overall just feels a lot more comfortable. Where with the low bar squat, of course, you're going to be looking to, this is going to be for the individuals who are looking to move a lot more weight. Those are going to be individuals that are your power lifters looking to do a lot more max gains, which of course I'm not looking towards. That's not my goal. But at the end of the day, it's all going to be goal dependent, depending on who's the individual, whether if they want the high bar or the low bar squat.